High up in the sky, where the sun shone brightly and the wind whispered soft songs, lived a little cloud named Cirrus. Cirrus was not the biggest cloud in the sky, nor the fluffiest, but he was the kindest and most sweetest cloud. He loved floating above the world, watching the birds soar and the rivers flow. One day, Cirrus noticed something troubling. As he drifted over a large field, he saw that the grass was dry and yellow. The flowers had wilted and the trees drooped, their leaves curled with thirst. Even the animals, like the white rabbits, deer, and tiny insects, all looked tired from the scorching sun. "Oh no," Cirrus thought, "they need rain." Cirrus looked around at the other clouds. Some were big and gray, full of rain, while others were white and fluffy like him. But no one seemed to be moving toward the field. "If only I had more rain inside me," Cirrus sighed. Then he had an idea. "I may not be the biggest cloud, but I can still help." Cirrus took a deep breath and began to gather tiny water droplets from the air. He collected and collected until he felt a little heavier. Once he had filled up with enough water droplets as he could, he was ready to share his rain. As Cirrus floated over the dry field, he let go of the tiny droplets he had collected. At first, they were just little sprinkles, but soon, gentle raindrops began to fall. The dry earth soaked up the water eagerly, the flowers lifted their heads, and they started to look flourished and nourished. Then the trees stretched their long branches with relief. The animals looked up in surprise. A tiny white rabbit wiggled its nose and whispered, "Thank you, little cloud." Cirrus felt very warm inside. Even though he had given away a lot of his water, he was happy to see life returning to the field. But he wasn't done yet. Cirrus floated further, looking for more places in need of rain. He found a small pond where the water had almost dried up. "This is no place for thirsty swans, ducks, and fish," Cirrus thought. With all his might, he squeezed out the last raindrops he had, letting them fall into the pond. The fish leaped up with joy, and the swans and ducks quacked happily as the pond filled up with water once again. Cirrus smiled, but now he felt very light. He had given away almost all his rain. He floated higher and higher, feeling smaller than before. "Did I do the right thing?" he wondered. "I don't have any rain left now, and I feel deflated." Just then, a strong wind blew across the sky, carrying Cirrus high above the mountains. He felt cool air rush through him, and suddenly, something magical happened. He started growing bigger again. The wind had brought him more tiny water droplets, filling him up again. Cirrus giggled, "Oh, the more I give, the more I receive." With a full heart and a full belly of rain, Cirrus continued his journey, always looking for places in need of kindness. And from that day on, whenever the world needed rain, the little cloud was always there to help and share.